So while the boys are all eating, we can have a quick discussion about hoof boots. So this is Hector, and he sports the scoot boots. They're nice and hard wearing. There isn't much to break or rub or anything to come off, and it's nice and easy for staff to deal with. These do undo quite easily, but they just slip back on over the studs, and again these studs can pick off, but well, this side of the strap comes off, but it just slips straight back over the studs, so they're nice and easy. The soles are fairly flexible, so the horses can still feel the surface. So all in all, they're a pretty good boot that we quite like on this track. So then we've got Bertie sporting the flex boots. These are a boot that I particularly love. They are very flexible so that my horses can feel all the surface and all the stones, but they just get protection from them. For me, it's all about stimulating the horse's foot, which these boots allow wonderfully. The downside to these boots is that these studs and these gaiters can rip and come off quite easily, and the elastic at the back wears after a while. These boots I've had about 2 years, so they do really well. They are long lasting, but as you can see, we've got this gaiter needs replacing at some point, and to be fair, the rubber straps and things, all the rubber's kind of starting to disintegrate a little bit, so these boots do need replacing in the next few months. All of these studs have washers behind, and they can cause problems as well, but Flex have recently started to put something on the studs so that they can't come undone, because we used to have huge problems with them coming undone, and that is now a problem that Flex have fixed, thankfully, but it does make it a lot harder to put the studs on if you do lose them. But these are an absolutely brilliant boot, and if people want, I'll do a more in-depth video on each boot, but this is just a flying visit. So this is Silver, and we're going to have to do a very quick video because Arthur has finished his breakfast, so I'd quite like to nick Silver's. Don't. So Silver, like Bertie, is wearing the flex boots, but he wears them on all 4 feet. A discussion that I will have with you guys is about abscesses, and that's been a real problem that I've had with my ridden horses since setting up the track, but that's a whole can of worms that I'll open later. But Silver has the 4 flex boots on his feet because he doesn't grow a huge amount of hoof, so he wears his feet too much on all 4 feet. Usually we find most of the horses just require front boots, and he has also had an abscess as well on this track, and I said that hoof boots might solve that or help that, and since doing that he hasn't had any abscesses, so it might have been the right advice. But I will come back to abscesses and boots and things like that on a later post.